Been here with Tiger Squirm self-defense tactics. About to go over the Kubotan things that I was talking about and talk to you about some Street Muay Thai that we're about to do. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, the yawara stick. Kubotans and yawara sticks. I'm about to go over this. These are very great to grab if you don't have very many good powers and your punches and stuff like that. It's actually just good to carry it anyway, just for any safety precautions. But let's get into it. Alright, so have the yawara stick. This one's a little more deadly than most. This one's cold steel polymer, the hard grades, but usually I hold it like, you can hold it this way for forward strikes, the point strikes, and then holding it like this, you have your punching, so you got your punching skill, boom. And then you have your X's. So basically it's pretty much my strikes. So you got your punch, then you got your karate chops, you got your back fist, but this is what makes up for the lack of power. So we're targeting more like under arms, and here it's good to come down on the shoulder, on the forearms up here. You can come down on the shoulders, strike into the shoulder right here, or pretty much any around that joint line right here. It's gonna mess up the arms so they can't grab you. But let's get into the striking. So got your regular punches, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now for the reason I always keep this towards the rear weapon, you always want to keep your weapon towards the rear in your stands, fighting stands. That's so somebody comes to grab, you have this arm that you can use to bait them. If they want to grab something, let them grab that arm. You can strike that arm when it comes in. So bait arm, plus it's good for your blocks. You can use your blocks and then strike under, stuff like that. But get down the point of the X. X's are like the easiest. You keep your elbows in. If you got to, use something to train yourself, put it in your armpit. Use your fighting stance and practice it like this. If you're doing it wrong, you're gonna drop it. But that'll help your form to keep your arms in and closer to you, because you don't want to be striking like, if I drop it and I'm way out here, you don't want to be striking way out here. That gives them the option to grab your weapon easier. If I keep it closer in to where if I stem my arm out with it kind of like this, see my elbow air range, you want to keep it in that range area unless you're striking, because if you leave it way out here, it gives them more easier arm grabs, stuff like that, get a hold of your weapon. So it's always fast strikes, back in and out. Now if you go into offense like this, just remember this is all my offense position. If my weapon hand's forward, it's my offense position. But from here, you have your more outer strikes, a little more aggressive, but remember they can easily get your hand if you're armpits exposed. So you got your outward, come across, strike there. You got your nose strike, you go in, shoot for that nose, dig it up, so you go, got your throat strike. Now, let's say they grab this arm, you got your underarm strike, you'll strike towards the bicep. So if they don't have your weapon hand, go for that arm strike to the bicep. You can do it this way, or you could go that way, depending on how they grabbed. 1, 2, get back up so it's seen. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. But these things are real nasty if you're like 110. Most people got more than like 100 pounds on it. This evens the odds, so highly recommended. It's concealable. You can keep it under you, deploy it, have it in your hand when you're walking. Don't get the flashy bright colors, get a black color for night so they can't see it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about the Kubotan. Also stay tuned, because I'm gonna go over some Street Muay Thai that we're gonna be doing. All right, out. All right, Street Muay Thai. It's gonna be some good stuff. Let's talk about the class-wise. So technically, there's gonna be 2 different ways we do the training for this. Glove-wise, you're gonna have the typical boxing gloves and like this. But for self-defense wise, we're gonna swap it to what I advise better, because protection against this. So if you had your knuckles in tight or something like that to your temple or your chin, and somebody clocked you real good, you're gonna get hit pretty hard from your own fist. So we don't want that in self-defense. So self-defense wise, we're going start the ready stance, hands out like this. But for our blocks, we're going to use our hands like this, because we can absorb the impacts better. Plus I can come in with the strike from the elbows more. This is going to be more of an offensive, destroy the limbs and take out your attacker, make him quit fighting. If he can't use that arm or those legs anymore, then he's useless. So we're going to destroy everything that they throw at us.